Welcome back, legends, to United Top News. There is midfield situation that never truly disappeared. Carlos Baleba, Brighton's powerful young midfielder. Last summer, Manchester United were heavily linked. Reports suggested personal terms had been agreed. Think about that. Personal terms. Which means conversations happened. Which means intention was serious. But Brighton stood firm. A valuation around 100 million euros. And United stepped away. They didn't overpay. They didn't force it. They walked. And sometimes walking away tells you more about a club's direction than completing a deal. But now Baleba has spoken. And his words are revealing. He admitted the speculation affected him. He said he feels more relaxed now. He said the outside noise, he didn't understand it. Imagine being 22 years old, linked with Manchester United. Every headline analyzing your future. Every performance dissected through the lens of a transfer. That pressure changes players. He avoided websites, focused on himself, focused on his teammates, focused on regaining control. Brighton have struggled this season, sitting 14th, only 7 points above the relegation zone. Only 7 points above the relegation zone. Only 7 points above the relegation zone. It hasn't been smooth. But despite that, Baleba has featured in almost every Premier League match, excluding his time representing Cameroon at the Africa Cup of Nations. And now, the transfer windows are closed. The noise has quieted. Casemiro is confirmed to be leaving this summer. And suddenly, the midfield conversation returns. Because when a door closes at Old Trafford, another opens. Today we are diving into a story that feels bigger than just a transfer. It's about identity. It's about timing. It's about politics. And it's about a date that could quietly decide the future of Marcus Rashford. Because sometimes in football, it's not the goals that decide your destiny. It's the decisions made behind the closed doors. So picture this. Sunday afternoon, March 15. The Premier League is in full flow. The cameras are on Old Trafford. Manchester United take on Aston Villa in what could be a decisive clash in the race for the Champions League. But hundreds of miles away, in Castelldefels, that peaceful coastal town just south of Barcelona, Marcus Rashford might be watching. Not as a United player, not as a Barcelona hero, but as a man waiting for clarity, waiting for direction, waiting for something bigger than a football match. Because while United and Villa battle it out in England, something even more important is happening in Catalonia. Across Barcelona, more than 140,000 club members, the socials, will be heading to the polls. They're not voting for a striker, they're not voting for a manager, they are voting for a president. And that decision could define Marcus Rashford's future. Juan Laporta has stepped down to trigger the election process, as club regulations require. A management commission is now temporarily running the club. Campaigns are underway. Speeches are being made. Alliances are forming. And suddenly, Rashford's situation is no longer just about football. It's about politics. Laporta is facing serious challenges. Victor Font, Marc Syria, Xavier Villanueva. Each candidate must secure 2,321 signatures to even appear on the ballot. But here's where it gets interesting. The biggest dividing line between the projects isn't a player, it's Deco. As journalist Jody Carn explains, the main difference between Victor Font and Laporta is the sports director position. Font doesn't want Deco, but Laporta does. And with Deco in place, Rashford's future feels clearer. Without him, things could change. That's how fragile the situation is. One election, one executive decision, one sporting director, and suddenly a 30 million euro transfer hangs in the balance. Now let's talk about football. Because politics aside, Rashford has delivered. 10 goals, 13 assists in 34 appearances, even while dealing with a minor knee issue. Under Hansi Flick, he has rediscovered rhythm, confidence, sharpness. Adapting to Barcelona's philosophy isn't easy, especially for a Premier League player. The movement is different, the tempo is different, the positional discipline is different. But Rashford has embraced it, and Flick is reportedly very happy. There is no doubt about that. Under the loan agreement between Barcelona and Manchester United, the deal is simple. 30 million euros. Trigger the clause. Make it permanent. But reports in Spain suggest Barcelona would like to renegotiate. Perhaps lower the fee. Perhaps use Rashford's desire to stay as leverage. Manchester United, they're not budging. The price is the price. The agreement was made. And from United's side, the situation remains exactly as it was last summer. No discounts, no reopening talks, no emotional decisions. There were whispers, rumors suggesting that if Michael Carrick remains head coach, he might welcome Rashford back. But inside Old Trafford, those suggestions are reportedly being dismissed. First of all, no final decision has been made about who will manage next season. Second, if Barcelona trigger the clause, it won't matter anyway. And third, Rashford's chapter at United may already feel complete. His last appearance came in a Europa League win against Victoria Pilsen. Since then, silence. And sometimes in football, silence says everything. Cole Palmer's closest friends has claimed that one day the Chelsea star will wear red. Is it fantasy? Is it destiny? Or is it just social media noise? Well, we are breaking it all down. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's really unpack this properly. Cole Palmer to Manchester United one day. Now, before anyone gets carried away, nothing is happening right now. There is no bid, no negotiations, no advanced talks. But here's why this story exploded. Palmer's close friend, rapper Tunde Olayinka, posted a picture with him while they were on holiday in Dubai. And the caption? That's what set everything off. He said, "One day I will get CP," that's Cole Palmer, "to United, back home where he belongs. Go ask him who his favorite team is." Now that's not a journalist, not an agent, not a club executive. But when it's someone in the player's inner circle, people start paying attention. And here's why it matters. Palmer was born and raised in Wythenshawe, Manchester. He grew up a United fan. So when reports recently suggested he was feeling homesick, missing home, missing Manchester, that's when speculation really caught fire. The rumors got so loud that Chelsea manager Liam Rosnier had to address them publicly. And when a manager is forced to shut something down in a press conference, that tells you the noise was serious. But here's the reality check. Chelsea see Palmer as untouchable. Not available for the right price, not will listen to offers, just untouchable. And then there is the contract. He signed until 2033. 2033. That means Chelsea controls everything. Any club, including United, would have to pay an astronomical fee to even start the conversation. Rosnier was clear. He said, Palmer is happy, focused, improving, loves being there. And Palmer himself, after his hat-trick against Wolves, he laughed off the rumors. Said people love chatting rubbish. Said he doesn't pay attention to it. Said life under Rosnier is amazing. That doesn't sound like someone pushing for an exit. So right now, this feels like a future maybe, not a present move. But football is unpredictable. We've seen players return home before. We've seen childhood fans make emotional moves. And when the phrase "one day" is involved, it keeps hope alive. Now while that's bubbling, let's talk about something that is real. Michael Carrick, 5 games, unbeaten, and not easy fixtures either. Manchester City, Arsenal, Tottenham. That's serious opposition. And what stands out isn't chaos. It's calm, structure, discipline, control. And now the conversation is shifting. Should he stay beyond the summer? Even Wayne Rooney has backed him publicly. Rooney basically said, "We've tried the big names before. Jose Mourinho, Louis van Gaal, Erik ten Hag, Ruben Amorim. Different approaches, same instability." His argument? Sometimes the answer is already inside the building. Then there is the name Luis Enrique being mentioned. Rooney wasn't convinced. And then came the Jurgen Klopp shock. Klopp's agent claimed United made contact after he left Liverpool. But United have completely denied it. No approach, no talks, no nothing. So once again, headlines explode and then get shut down. And that's where we stand. Carrick building momentum. Managerial debates growing louder. Transfer whispers floating in the background. And a hometown star being linked with a dream return one day. Just days after officially announcing his resignation, just days after what looked like a complete breakdown behind the scenes, Marseille Sporting Director Mehdi Benatia has made a stunning and unexpected U-turn. He is not leaving. Despite reported tensions with former Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood, despite public dissatisfaction, despite supporter protests and chaos surrounding the club, Benatia is staying. And not only staying, but stepping into an even more powerful role. Club owner Frank McCourt has confirmed that Benatia will now supervise the entirety of sporting activities at Marseille. That's not a step back, that's a promotion. So, what really happened behind closed doors? Was this about power, about control, about Greenwood, or about saving a club that's spiraling after heavy Champions League defeats, domestic humiliations, and the departure of Roberto De Zerbi? And most importantly, how will Mason Greenwood respond? Let's get into this. Mehdi Benatia has made a dramatic U-turn at Marseille amid reported tensions with former Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood. Mehdi Benatia has performed a dramatic about-turn and will stay at Marseille just days after announcing his departure. The French club's sporting director, who has reportedly had disagreements with former Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood, made his exit official following Sunday's 2-2 draw with Strasbourg, but club owner Frank McCourt has declared he will be remaining. The 38-year-old revealed via Instagram that he would be leaving the club, having handed in his resignation before Roberto De Zerbi's departure. However, McCourt, through a press release, has confirmed he is going nowhere and will take on expanded duties that will see him supervising the entirety of sporting activities. It has been a turbulent and somewhat catastrophic few weeks for Marseille, with back-to-back 3-0 losses in the Champions League, seeing them finish outside the top 32. They have also failed to win in 3 League One matches, which included a 5-0 thrashing by Paris Saint-Germain and surrendering a 2-goal advantage against Strasbourg. Supporter demonstrations have also occurred in the past week with the Zerbi's departure and the absence of clear direction, leading to fans choosing not to be in the Stade de Velodrome for kickoff this past weekend. Benatia remaining could help restore some stability to the club, particularly as they continue searching for a new head coach. However, the former Roma centre-back
has been embroiled in a controversy involving Greenwood. Despite being hailed as the club's standout player and receiving public support from the Zerbi, it has been reported in France that he had a falling out with Benatia.